hey, this is and it's not the maiden voyage, but it's probably it's a good promo for us here anyway, right? For the Clare cast. I'm Brian.
I'm Joey.
And we're here just to let you all know, for our church family or for anybody that's involved, for the Clare Church of the Nazarene, we're calling it the Clare cast. That's what we're calling it right now. I mean, I don't know what the Apple computer was called when it was first in a prototype. Do you? Was it called the Apple?
I don't know.
The Peach?
It could have been the Peach.
Sure what it was. We're calling it that, but it could end up being a whole lot of things. But we have commandeered Pastor Scott's office, so thank you ahead of time, Pastor Scott, for the ambiance we have right here. But it's a outreach for the church. It's not just going to be this. We're going to have testimonies, which you're going to get to hear part of Joey's here in a minute, and ministry leaders telling about what's going on here at the church. It's also going to be a good arm where we talk about what's going on in the church, announcements that week or that time, what's happening. There's always a lot going on here, so this is a good way for us to just get the word out.
Yeah. Okay.
And Joe is a internet sensation. He knows what he's doing when it comes to that kind of thing. So there's a lot to tell. Packaged in these pretty faces, there's an awful lot going on. But Joe, just tell me a little bit about yourself, your testimony.
So what do you mean when you say testimony? Is that like just?
You know what? That's a great question.
Yeah.
Because a testimony sounds like you're in court and you need to testify. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What did you see, Mr. Wardle?
Yeah.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to. I want to make sure, my hands start sweating. I didn't see anything. I didn't.
So I think if you brought one of the disciples in and you said, hey, tell us your story, maybe that would be better. And they could say, what did you see Jesus do? Or what did other people say about him? Or what did you witness him do? So in your case and in mine, what's your story? I don't need to know everything because, every day of your life up until now, what got you here where you are? How did you find the Lord?
I think one of the biggest things that happened to me was, not a lot of people know this, but I was like, just raging alcoholic for a good amount of time. I probably 3 or 4 years, I was drinking about a fifth a day. So so it was just constant drinking, wake up, drink. I actually got to a point where I had to drink before I could even eat. You know what I mean? Because my stomach just couldn't handle food. So it was just, but I knew that it was killing me. I knew like it wasn't good for me. And I was getting to a point where I was just so addicted to it that I just at one point fell to my knees and I just asked God, because I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to die like this. You know what I mean? I was like, I knew that where I was headed. And I just fell to my knees and I was just like, please fix me, make me so I don't want to be like this. I don't want to. And probably about a week later, my wife quit drinking. So she quit. We both drank all the time, but I was way worse than her. But yeah, she quit and she goes, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. I go, that's awesome. So it was like 2 days after she quit, I went to quit. And this is before I knew that quitting cold turkey is really bad. Like when you're that kind of an alcoholic where it's like you can actually die. Yeah. And I didn't really drink that day. And it was towards the end of the evening and I was just shaking, like kind of convulsing, almost like a seizure, almost like just shaking. And I told Bree, my wife, I go, I don't know if I'm gonna live. Like I don't know. I'm scared I might die. And but I just got to a point where I was so tired and I just wanted to sleep. And I go, well, if it's my time, then it's my time, and I'm gonna just go to sleep. And I had the craziest dream, but I don't know if it was a dream. I closed my eyes and all of a sudden I was in this white room. It was just everything around me was white. And in front of me, the only thing I seen was my grandma who passed away. Oh. And I look at her and I go, oh, Grandma, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. What are you doing here? And she didn't say anything to me. She just looked at me and gave me a smile and then gave me a hug. And it was so weird about it was she was kind of more on the skinnier side. So you could feel the bones in her back and stuff. So when I gave her a hug, it was so real that touched her and remembered it after I touched her. You know what I mean? Where I was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, that's what her back felt like. You know what I mean? When you give her a hug and it
Yeah.
was like, and then I woke up the next morning and it was like everything changed. Like I didn't want to drink again. I didn't have a craving to. I didn't need like a 12-step program, right? I was just done.
Yeah.
And it was the weirdest thing. And it was something that I felt like was a gift from God. It was just like, you asked for it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You asked for this to be healed and you're healed.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was like one of the biggest things that,
Amazing.
yeah. So it was like, yeah, just grateful.
So he pulled you out of that. Did your wife go through anything like that as well? I mean, both of you being that immersed in that lifestyle.
No, I think she just was getting tired of it. I think like it was just like we were both, she was probably just tired of all the bad decisions I was making. You know what I mean? Like just doing dumb stuff.
Understandable. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a mix of, and she's like, I'm going to stop. And hopefully that makes it so he stops. Cause she was like really the only person I hung out with. So it was
Okay.
like, you know what I mean? So it was like,
Sure.
I was by myself at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, well, I'll quit too then. And yeah, I did. And I haven't drank since.
And how long has that been?
That's been about almost 10 years now.
My man.
Yeah.
Way to go, brother.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. You literally laid it at Jesus' feet, didn't you?
Yeah.
And
And
said,
I didn't
"Look,"
even know I was doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just like I grew up in kind of a Christian family, but it was just like I kind of slowly kept inching my way away from him,
Yeah.
you know, and just got more and more into like the darker parts of life and getting in. And it was just like eventually I didn't have anywhere else to turn, and that was it. You know, it was like,
Right.
you know, it was like I was supposed to like, you know, he was teaching me a lesson or something.
Well, you didn't have a back door. You're kind of like Saul turning into Paul on the road to Damascus. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're done doing this now. I'm going to strap you down
Yeah.
and lay you out. Now, you didn't
Yeah.
go blind for 3 days, but he still got you where you had nowhere to look but to him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you did it. Now, take me through. So in these 10 years now, 2 beautiful kids.
Yeah.
You're living up here in the woods, that you already said, you know, no internet, but that's good.
Yeah.
What are you envisioning for your family? What do you guys want to do for God? He brought you here to our church. Thank
Yeah.
goodness for that. You've been here for a few months.
Yeah.
What do you feel like he's calling you guys to do?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'm open to whatever. And that's what I've said in my prayers to him too, is like, I'm open to anything, you know, wherever you want me to be is where I want to be. So like, you know, and this is already pretty awesome. I mean, like this is exactly, I know what I'm doing with, you know, the internet. I know what I'm doing with like social media. I know what I'm doing with podcasts. And
Oh yeah,
like,
you do, because I'm here. You ought to see him when we're opening all this stuff up. It's like a kid at Christmas, man. It's like,
it's awesome.
oh, this, and
Yeah.
this. Then we set this up, and here we are. We're actually sitting here talking, doing this. You're an answer to prayer, because we've had this vision for a while, and we kept trying to figure out equipment or figure out time launch and stuff like that. And then, you know, you and Bree got baptized. We dedicated your kids, and you're immersed in the church. And I keep talking, and I'm like, oh, you're that guy, you know, and we began to share. So he is this is what we're doing here, church. First guy hired in the multimedia ministry as far as the outreach part for this. He's gonna produce and direct, and we're gonna work on some stuff on how to share.
Yeah.
It's all brand new, but my heart is jumping right now to be sitting here talking about what we got going on.
Yeah.
What we want to do is make this be where we can bring the church together, but also, as my friend Benny McDaniel, one of the pastors that I know, says, extend the front door of the church.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at
It's
it.
not like this replaces anything. you know.
Right. Just,
We're opening up the door and we're saying, hey, here's what Clare Church of Nazarene is all about, and you can be a part of it. And there's a place for everybody, you know. So you guys walking in the door from the first time, not that long ago.
no.
And now look at you sitting in here.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell somebody who's thinking, I just don't think church is for me?
You haven't been to this church, honestly. Like, I mean, I've been to many churches, you know, like I've gone to Catholic churches. And I'm not throwing shade at any church.
Right.
You know, everybody has it for their own reasons and whatever. But like for me, when I came here, like when I first walked through the door, it felt like everybody knew me, which was weird. You know, like meaning like they were like, "Oh, hey, nice to see you. I'm so and so, or
Right.
D. She, hi, I'm D. Nice to meet you. Are you new here?" And I go, "Yeah, this is like our first Sunday coming here." And she, and just everybody here is so nice.
Yeah.
And I'm here mostly for the cookies in the morning.
Me too.
Yeah.
When I brought here, I'm like, I can't. If we don't have sweet stuff, it ain't happening.
I mean, I'll stay home, but
well, there's that feeling. You walk in, if you've been to our church before, you come in the lobby, and you got the coffee pots are all sitting there. You got the snacks, but it's the laughter.
Yeah.
And the conversations going.
Yeah, it's really
and then
cool.
it flows right into the sanctuary when church starts, or you're going to your life group or whatever.
Yeah. It's like tailgating before church.
Perfect. You just started something. That's what we're going to call it, the tailgate. But it's the truth.
Yeah, it's like everybody's together, having a couple drinks of coffee and going into worship after.
And then you could take that into the sanctuary too. Sorry, some people are like, "Oh, whatever, you can't do that." Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah. And I think, and there's a place for your kids. So your kids do they go to children's church too?
Yeah,
when they're in there?
Yeah, and that's really cool too. If you do have kids, it's really awesome to, they have like their own little church. They got the screens and everything else, and they love it. They always talk about Miss Dawn. They're
and Miss Dawn will be on here. She doesn't know it yet, but she'll be on here too. Because like I said, our goal to give you a setup on what the kind of vision of it would be. It'll be at your podcast, wherever you pick them up at, on Google Play or Apple Pod, or what's the other one? Spotify. Spotify's still a thing, I think, isn't it? I don't know, or Apple. Yeah. And so then it'll be a couple times a month. This is the original plan anyway. It'll drop. You'll have some announcements. There'll be a conversation with somebody. It may be if one of the pastors has their sermon and they say, well, if you had a little bit more time. Imagine that, a pastor needing more time to say something. But what would you say?
Just what we need.
In conclusion, means nothing, right? Yeah. But anyway, we'll have a conversation there. We'll have announcements for some things that are coming up to plug into that, and then a ministry leader talking about some things that they do. You would not believe the amount of. I sat down making a list so I can start trying to line up some people to talk, and I'm like, man, my hand is cramping.
Yeah,
we got and so many things that people may not think is ministry, but is.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, right down to D.
Yeah,
in the office there, and then testimonies too. What you just shared, your story, where you're at with that. We've got so many people that God has rescued, restored, brought their lives back. Their story on how they got here, how they found Him. There's so much out there to tell. It's the family. It's like a family photo album, really.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to getting to do that. And Joe here is very adept at making stuff look good. Except if he can make this look good, there's probably a bigger mansion in heaven for him. Right?
Yeah.
It'd be
like, you get to live in this one because of all the hard work you were doing down there.
Well, the black dot over this face right here to black it out and say, it's like witness protection. But
blur the face, deepen the voice.
If you could deepen the voice, that would be good. I don't care about the face. Just do that.
Yeah, me too.
That would be good. I'm 57. I sound like I'm 12, but that's the way it goes, man. But man, we also want your feedback. There's a lot of good connection here at the church, but this is just one, and this is an easy way to do it when you think about it, with the way things are anymore. So, just remembering that and putting that into practice is a good thing, right? So, Joe's our producer. If you don't like it, send all the hate mail to him.
Yeah, I'm
just here because he told me. He's making me be here. Right?
Yeah. Any hate mail, send my way.
Yeah, we won't give his number out on this or anything like that, but we'll get there. But no, hey, I'm looking forward to working with you, though, brother. Thank you for your
Thanks
talent.
So much.
And you and your family being here.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. We'll see you soon.